Hi all, this is Hani. Welcome back to our channel Code with Hani. Today we are going to solve August 30th LeetCode challenge, which is valid Sudoku. So what they have mentioned, they'll be giving a 9x9 Sudoku board, which is valid. Only the filled cells need to be validated according to the following rules. So they'll be giving us 9x9 Sudoku board, and we have to verify the filled cells or valid according to the following rules. So each row must contain 1 to 9 without repetition. Each column must contain 1 to 9 without repetition. And each of the 9 3 cross 3 submatrices should contain 1 to 9 without repetition. So basically they are telling we should not have the same number in this same row, same column as well as in the 9 cross 9 matrices. Got it? So here if you see, for example, 5 is not present in any of this, 3 is not present, so it is true. So in this case, so instead of 5 they have changed to 8 here. Now if you see in the same column we have same two numbers repeated, so they are telling you just need to consider what are the cells that is filled, okay, whether that is valid. We don't need to consider about dot all this. So yeah, now let's take a look at the approach how we are going to solve this. So here I have taken a board, the same example that we have taken. So what we have to do, we have to take each row, okay, we have to traverse each row, okay, and we have to under each row we have to traverse each values, and we have to figure out whether this value is present in any of this row, this value is present in any of this row, else we have to figure it out, okay, whether this present. So for this, what we have to do first, initially we have to run through the loop for, okay, for this row number we will be getting, right? Okay, we know the first you have to run for I in range length of board, first you have to traverse, then for j in range will be traversing till length of board of 0, since it's 9 cross 9 for sure, okay, it will be same only, okay, so you can just take length of the board 0, it will give you. Now you will know this is the row and this is the column. Maybe let's write it as a row call. Now if it is not this board of row column not equals to dot, okay, because we have to these all dot, right? So when if it is not dot, only we have to take it. Got it? So when it is not equals to dot, then you have to figure it out. We'll be having a function called is valid, so we'll be passing through the function called is valid. You are passing row and column, okay. So if it is valid, only if you found one invalid, you can straight away return it as false, right? So again, what we will be doing, if not is valid, when we will be returning false here itself, because if one is not valid, then there is no point of running and checking other rows or column. If everything passed and we don't find not valid, then you can return true. So this is the basic approach that we are going to do. Okay, for this we can't do any optimization, we have to run through each row and we have to figure it out. So is valid, okay, the is valid function, if you see, we have to traverse through each, we know the row and column, okay, which row and which column, if you know, we will be getting, for example, 6 and 1, we know this is, and we have to traverse through this row, and you have to traverse through this column, and you have to traverse this 3 cross 3 grid, right? So for that, what we will be doing, first we will be running through 3 loops, right, to figure it out. Okay, for I in range, again length of the board. So for the row, what we will be doing, we got the row already and we will be running through each column. So length of board 0 you traverse, then what we will be doing will be like we know the value, right? So value of the board equals to board of row call you will be getting. So if value equals to again board of, now we have to figure it out the whole row, right? So which means row is constant and we are running through I, so we will be running row of I. Okay, if value equals to which means the same value exists. Another thing, so when we are traversing through the same row or column, will encounter same. So what you should not do, so if I is changing, so what we will be checking is, we'll be checking another condition, that value and what column should not be equal to I. So it should not be the same column. Row will be checking through the row, and if the row is coming again 1, we'll be getting the 1, right? So but it's, we are checking whether this value is valid. So this row should not be taken into account. So the column is not equals to the I, and the value of any row of I here, if it exists, then for this, okay, we will be returning false, else we will be returning true. We won't return. Now we have checked only row value, right? False condition only we are in false condition case only we have to return, because once it is false it will be false anyways, right? So but true, for true we have to check. Now we have checked the row the same way. For one row we have checked, this is for row. Next for column we have to do the same, right? For hash call, what we will be doing, we will be running through the same. For I in range, length of the board, both will be same only. Length of the board or length of board of 0, doesn't matter, will be 9 only. So now the same, if value equals to now column is fixed, right? We have to traverse through the rows only. So what we will be doing, board of row, each row, and the column what we got. Okay, if it is first column as we took this example, so we'll be having always first column. And another condition what we will be checking, row should not be equals to I. So when this particular sixth row comes, we anyway for this column will be getting the 6 value, but that should not be occurred. Instead of that, somewhere if the 6 again repeats only, we have to return false. This makes sense, right? Now we have run through 2 loops, okay, to figure it out whether that is present in the row, whether is it present in the column. Now we have to check whether it is present in the grid, right? So now for now we have to see this whether it is present in any of these grids, right? So for this also what we will be doing, now whatever the row and value column we are getting, what we have to do with that, we will be getting for the same for I in range for 3 cross 3 grid. What we will be doing for I in range, again we will be running through the length of the board, and what we will be doing, we have to get, for example here if it is 6, let's assume I equals to 0, right? So now we will be getting our C values. How we will be getting, now they would have given you the row and column, right? So now the row is, as we discussed here, row is 6 and column is 1. Now how we will be checking this 9 grids? So for that we will have a formula called, so will be, so 3 star row divided by 3 plus I divided by 3 will give you all this 3 values and this 3 values, this 3 values. Column, corresponding column we will be getting via 3 star. What is the column? The same mod 3, because we'll be checking 3 cross 3 grid, right? So plus I mod 3. So here column can range from 0, 1, 2. Okay, I mod 3 will give you the column of call divided by 3 and I mod 3, which is the I. For example, here let's assume I is 7. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So which means this. So how it will tell you it is 8th row and first column. So if you see I equals to 7 means, so I equals to 7. So 3 star 7 divided by 3 plus 7 divided by 3 again, right? So 7 by 3 will give you 2. So 3 star 2 plus 2. So 6 plus 2, 8. So we got the 8th row, correct? So the column is first column we have to get. So column, what we would have got 1, right? So 3 star 1 divided by 3 will give you 0 plus 1 mod 3 will give you 1. So you will be getting the column 1 and 8th row for the I equals to 7. Okay, so like this we will be getting all the corresponding row and column, and you can check once you get the R and C the same like how you used to check. Now R and C should not be equal to the row or column like how we checked here. So there we would have checked it should not, because I is traversing through the row, so that should not be row, should not be equal to I. Column here I and R and C will be, I will come both R and C. So what we will be checking, so it should not be both R, should not be equal to row, col should not be equals to C. If so, then the same value present, which means okay, it's not valid and we will be returning false, like this. So now you see here we are traversing through the 3 loops of the same I in range I. Okay, and you are checking different conditions and you are returning false and false, right? Here value equal to board of RC and row not equals to R and column not equals to col. If so, then we will be returning false. So in this 3 cases, if this 3 loops satisfies and if it's not, then you will be returning true. This is what. So but if you see all this were traversing through the same length of the board, why can't we check at the same time? Okay, instead of running through the 3 loops, we can straight away check when you are traversing I in range and board of 0, you can check the same. If this is not, then you should go for else if condition. Okay, else if condition, then if this is also not satisfying, then we'll check for at 1 I we can check 3 conditions, right? If this 3, so which will be order of n, we can check. Instead of running through order of 3n, we can with 1 loop we can run 3 cases. If this 3 cases doesn't satisfy, then you can return true. I hope this makes sense to you guys. Okay, so like this we will be keep on in this case. Now when, so here row of I of call everything, so in one loop, so when I equals to 0, okay, for example this is the row, so now we have given I equals to 0, right? So it will check this as well as this as well as this 3 cross 3 board. Next, when it comes to I equals to 2, it will check this in this row, this second one, in this column, this second value, and in this 3 cross 3 grid also second. So when I equals to 3, it will check this and this one 3 cross 3 grid, it will check this again. When I equals to 4, it will check this and this, okay, and it will check this. So like that it will verify this value with all the column, row and the 3 cross 3 board. So if none of this has the same value, then we will be returning true at the end. Okay, I hope this makes sense to you guys and you guys would have understood. So this is the exact same approach I have used to solve this question. So if you see, we'll be running through the board, and if board is not equal to dot, because we have to valid check only valid filled cells, right? So if not valid, then you have to return false, because there is no point in checking further. And if already it is not valid, why we have to check further? So then if it is valid, so we are running through one loop and we are getting row column for 3. This is for 3 cross 3 grid. Okay, I have explained you how this row and column will be generating, right? So if for first loop is for row, second loop is for call. Okay, so see, if I not equals to call, okay, and board of, so they have passed a value from here, so it's not equal to C, then it is false. So if I no, so now here you are traversing through each row, right? So it should not be equal to the same row, and if not equal to the same row but still it has value, if means false, then it is for 3 cross 3 grid. Okay, in these 3 cases, if any false condition comes, we will be returning false. If not, at the end we will be returning true. So the same way we will be returning true here. So now the time complexity for this will run order of n square. Okay, 1 order of n square will call every time n. So this will run through n. So in total it will be n cube. So space complexity will be, we are just using the variable, so there is no space complexity. It is order of 1. Okay, I think I have given enough explanation. If something was unclear or I could have explained better, then please do leave a comment. I'll be happy to help and improve for giving more better understandable videos. Yeah, if you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe, and click the bell icon so that you will get notified whenever I'm posting the video. Yeah, I'll be providing the GitHub links for solutions in all the languages, so please do check it out. If you still couldn't able to solve it, please check out the solution and try to debug on your own, so you'll be having more clarity. And yeah, thanks for watching.